So in game one of a series, what do you want to do? You want to set the tone. That was Donovan Mitchell's goal. Mission accomplished. Cavs taking on the Magic. This first round. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Cavs up 6. Go ahead and make it 8. Mitchell spinning, moving, passing that to Jarrett Allen. Hits it down low. It was a 16-point game for Allen. Now the lead at 10. Paolo Banchero stuck in the corner. Going to try to get it to Joe Ingles, and no. That gets picked off by Mitchell, who just does that. The defense into offense. The Cavs led by 12 at the half. In the third, Magic down 7. Paolo Banchero, in his playoff debut, makes the 3, has 24 points, and is the second Magic player to score 20 or more in their playoff debut. Shaq was the other one. Magic down 4, but then in the Cavs' next possession, it was Mitchell. Pretty, plus the foul, and that is the start of a 13-2 run for the Cavs. They led by 15 after 3. It was more Mitchell in the fourth. Darius Garland got him the ball for that 3. Mitchell had 30, and the Cavs take game 1, 97-83. This is also the 5th straight playoff series opener that Mitchell has dropped 30. Only Wilt, Jordan, and Kobe have longer streaks. Here's the rub to this Mitchell streak, though. He is 0-4 in those series. Game 2, Monday.
The Sixers and the Knicks facing off in the playoffs for the first time since 1989. So long ago, the building they played that series in 89 has been torn down. Sixers, this could tear down their playoff hopes. What a sequence here by Embiid, off the glass to himself, but he comes down on the knee. You already know he missed 2 months this season with the knee injury. Played only 39 regular season games. This is par normal with Joel Embiid. Brilliance followed by bouts of incredible tension. Walking off under his own power to the locker room, he would return. Jalen Brunson to Miles McBride. Brunson's the starter. McBride is his backup. They used to have MVP chants at the Garden for Brunson. Spike and everybody were leading Deuce chants. That is Miles McBride's nickname. In the third, Embiid is back and giving it his all. There's a reason he won the MVP, and he is coming up big, just like he did in the latter stages of that win against Miami. Embiid doing all he can, running the break, hobbled on a dime to Oubre. Wow, and the Sixers, despite all the adversity, lead heading to the fourth. But in the fourth, it was time for McBride. He literally outscored the Sixers in one quarter in this game, and when the shots needed to fall, it was McBride that got it done. Brunson got it. It's amazing he's a first-time All-Star. How in the world was this his first All-Star appearance? Tyrese Maxey. Where would the Sixers be without this guy? Certainly not in the playoffs. Not here. Not in the playoffs. And it's only apropos, Nicole, that Brunson and Josh Hart made their college legend in Philadelphia, and now they're letting Philly's NBA team have it. Anunoby got it. Grandmama and the real legend, Bernard King, loving it. McBride, Hart had 13 in the fourth. Knicks rally, take game 1. Gotta have Hart, and this guy provided it late.
I knew I was going to be left open and kind of disrespected on a three-point line. And, you know, if you base it off numbers this regular season, I think I shot like 30%. So, you know, smart game plan. But it's definitely encouraging, you know, when your main guy who, you know, we've been on his shoulders this whole season. And when he struggled, you know, that's when we had to pick him up. You know, that's just talks about, you know, the next man up mentality. A bench was amazing today.
When the bench came in, you know, they just did fantastic. And so Deuce, Mitch, Bogey, they did what they were supposed to do tonight, and things that we know that they're capable of. And so a lot of credit to those guys for honestly being a big part of why we won tonight.
It's like we do after every game. Obviously, he got assessed at halftime, and he was able to go. But just like after every game, we'll assess him and see how he's doing. He's really a warrior, and he's battling. And I think he absolutely wants to play. But let's see how he turns out here tonight.
They're not going to have the extra day because game 2 is Monday for Embiid. Just keep an eye on that.
It's just back and forth all game long. Let's start with the Knicks. What is your biggest takeaway from their win?
Well, big body Brunson, the player I believe that has been the best player in the Eastern Conference. He had his worst game of the year, in my opinion, and he had 22 points. The timely buckets, right? The playmaking. but the shots that he made down the stretch were powerful. They were impactful. He's not going to play this bad no more in the series, I don't believe. But it's the others for me, right? A lot of people were wondering, why did the Knicks get the number 2 seed? Because you have players like Josh Hart, who is one of the best rebounding guards in the league. You have Mitchell Robinson, who's a big athletic body that can maintain and anchor your defense. You have a kid like McBride, who came in off the bench and had a 21-piece all flats. And when you have this type of chemistry, this type of culture that Tom Thibodeau, Leon Rose, Worldwide West have established down there in New York, now the world could see what winning looks like from the ground up.
Okay, so the other part of this story is obviously what happened with Joel Embiid, and there was that collective hold the breath moment when he went down after that amazing dunk. But when he came back in the game after hurting his knee again, he wasn't running the way that he was before. He wasn't walking the way that he was before, and he certainly wasn't shooting the way that he was. When you watched him play, what did you see?
I saw the same thing the world have seen for the, since he returned. He doesn't look healthy, Nicole, and I've been the one that have been advocating for the Philadelphia 76ers to sit him down for the remainder of the season. That was his first dunk since coming back after injury. That was the third time that he had to go back into the locker room because of aggravating that knee that he had surgery on. So when I look at the Philadelphia 76ers and I'm looking at Joel Embiid, are they really built to make a legit title push? Absolutely not. So why even sacrifice a 7-foot, 280-pound franchise player right now towards the end of the season when it really don't even matter? It makes 0 sense.
So you say sit him. You say that's it, shut him down, don't even try.
Why? What are you getting out of it? A chance for him to, re-injure himself and have to have surgery again and all of a sudden don't be able to, work out in the offseason? No, when you're dealing with a guy with a history like he has as far as dealing with injuries, you want to put a plan together. My thing is put a plan in place, have him follow the plan, come into next season in training camp where he's actually 100% and then take a legitimate push. Now you have Tyrese Maxey that's signed under contract because they're going to re-sign him this summer. Philly has the most money to offer to other free agents out there. Paul George is probably going to be on the market. You probably could make a push at him. If you want to add a Klay Thompson, you probably could do that as well. Just take a run at it next season when the Embiid is fully healthy.
The Nuggets have won 8 straight games against the Lakers. The Lakers' last win against the Nuggets was in December of 2022. That was way long ago. Lakers up 2, but go ahead and make it 5. Anthony Davis to LeBron, who nailed that 3. He made 3 of those. Nuggets now down 6. Jamal Murray driving past LeBron. Look at that. Murray is fired up. Nuggets down 4 after that. Lakers up 1. LeBron kicks it out to Rui Hachimura. That is a 3. Lakers up 8 after 1. And LeBron, he scored or assisted on 23 of the Lakers' 33 points in that first quarter. Now in the second, little defense into offense for the Nuggets. Nuggets down 6, not anymore. Jokic, the steal from LeBron, now ahead to Aaron Gordon, who had 12 points. That lead down to 4. Nuggets down 2. Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. There is a miss. That's okay. Jokic is there. Puts up the bucket, and the game is tied at 53. Closing seconds of the half. Game still tied. LeBron inbounding up court. Pulls up way beyond the arc. That is a 3, and that man had 19 points in the first half. Lakers led by 3 at the break. In the third, Nuggets down 3. Jokic to Gordon, who finds Murray. Murray in the corner, ties it at 67. Then Nuggets up 1. Gordon now feeding Jokic inside, and Jokic just does that. Nuggets up 3. Then up 6. The lead growing. Jokic and the Nuggets running the break. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope nails that 3. It's now up 9, now 12. I told you there was a run. Jokic working on LeBron, doesn't matter. Nuggets had a 13-0 run in the third quarter, and they were up 11 at the end of 3. In the fourth, I'd like to say that things changed. Not much. 6 minutes to go. Lakers cut it to single digits. They're down 7. Reggie Jackson to Jokic. That is a 3. They're back up double digits. Still up 10. Jokic, a little defense there, picked off LeBron. Nice little play. Then a minute to go. The Nuggets are up 110-101. Aaron Gordon to Jokic before LeBron can get there for the block. The next possession for the Lakers, this is a little terrifying. Watch the slippery floor. Watch LeBron go down. It results in a turnover. LeBron stayed down for a little bit. He did leave the game again. It's closing seconds. More on that later. 50 seconds to go. Jamal Murray doing that. Denver wins game 1 again, 114-103. Here's Kendrick Perkins. Like I just said, they swept the Nuggets last year over the Lakers en route to their NBA championship. Now they come out picking up essentially right where they left off. What did you see from the Nuggets in their win tonight?
That they have the best starting five in basketball, that they have the best player in basketball. You know what scrambled eggs look like?
Yep.
They look like the Lakers because they got yoked tonight. And when you talk about Jokic, he did it in all facets. When you talk about the 32 points, it came in variety of ways, from his three-point shooting to inside the paint. And this is the problem that he poses on opponents. He's able to get out in transition. Jokic is in great shape. He's able to play extended amount of minutes because he's so prepared mentally and physically. And they don't have an answer for him. AD had a phenomenal game tonight, and they still couldn't match it because Jokic is that spectacular.
Okay, so that's the thing. It's not just AD. They got 32 from him. They got 27 from LeBron. This is a Lakers team that has not beat the Nuggets since December of 2002. So what needs to change for them to finally get a win?
I mean, everyone was asking were the Lakers going to make a trade at the trade deadline because they knew that they had to improve on the perimeter. Some thought that they needed a third star. Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell has to step up to the plate, especially when you're going against the defending champs. When I look at D'Angelo Russell, yes, has he been balling the second part of the season and in the play-in tournament? He has, but against the Denver Nuggets, for some reason, he doesn't show up. And when you get a night when Anthony Davis has 32 and 14, LeBron James has 27, all you need is a little bit of help from your two guys in Russell and Austin Reeves. If they don't come to the table and perform at an elite level, the Lakers are going to get swept.
No, I mean, it's not like we came in with a whole new, game plan or whatever the case may be. I just thought we was playing good basketball. We came out, got some good shots. We was able to connect on some shots and build up a 12-point lead. And obviously, they cut that lead to 3 at the half with the spurt that they had in the second quarter, which led them into the third. They rode that momentum, and got up to a double-digit lead for themselves.
Offensive rebounding tonight, they had 15. They're a big team. What can you do to clean that up better as a team?
Just get bodies, hit bodies, and it's challenging at times. Obviously, Aaron Gordon does a great job of playing that dunker spot, and we get caught in rotation sometimes in the smalls on him. Obviously Joker, his ability to rebound his misses or just rebound in general. It's a big team. It's a big team. They got a big front court and PJ, Joker, and Aaron Gordon. We just got to do a better job of trying to get hits and then collectively rebound, the defensive glass.
Going into game 1, LeBron, we spoke about the need to play 48 minutes to shake off any execution they have to be able to, do your best on the other side. How do you feel like, as a group, you would assess that, like in terms of needing to stay connected mentally as well as possible?
We could have been better. I thought we played some good ball tonight, but we could have been better. We know just don't have much room. Excuse me. You don't have much room for error versus Denver team, especially on their home floor. They're just a team that's been through everything. Obviously, they're the defending champion, so you got to execute, you got to make shots, you got to defend, and then you can't give them extra possessions. Like you said, them having 18 second chance points when you're defending already versus a high-powered offense team, that's going to be already difficult right there in his own right.
LeBron, entering this game, Denver was one of the few teams that attempted fewer three-pointers than you guys, and they attempted 13 more tonight. Do you feel like part of that was the offensive rebounding? What was that the scheme of what you guys were willing to give up, or how would you assess kind of that increase on their end of threes?
No, we're not willing to give up anything. I thought they got some in transition. KCP hit a couple, in transition when we weren't able to get back and get numbers. And then they was able to get some good looks as well throughout the course of the game. But we don't want to give up anything. But they shot the ball, pretty well. 35% is 15 threes compared to our 8 was 8 for 29. So they won that matchup right there in the three-point line.
What about tonight, or what from tonight's game, I guess, gives you confidence that you guys are going to be able to bounce back strong for Game 2?
Because it's a 7-game series.
LeBron, you said in New Orleans, that we're going to need to play pretty close to perfect basketball. You said it again tonight. When that's the standard that's necessary to win, can that lead a team to press a little bit? And, I guess what's the balance between, guys playing freely and confidently, also, though, knowing that the attention to detail has to be so granular against a team that can take 2 mistakes and turn it into an 8-0 run?
Well, I've never played on a championship team that didn't pay attention to detail. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to.
Hey, LeBron, you hit that three-pointer right before the half. Felt like it took away some of their momentum. But in the third quarter, they outscored you guys by 17 points. What bothered you most in that third quarter run?
14, but they did a pretty good job of just. They made shots. And we were not very good offensively. I thought we had some good looks, but we weren't able to connect on them. But they did a good job.
Yeah, given this team's recent history with Denver, how do you fight the feeling of here we go again?
For me, or are you talking about? I don't. That doesn't matter to me. I don't ever get into here we go again mindset. It's one game. They protected their home court. We have another opportunity on Monday to come back and be better. We know how challenging it's going to be. We know how difficult this opponent is and how great they are. So that's all a part of the game. Start doubting you. I don't get into the doubt mindset. That's not me. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
During the regular season series opener, but Coach Frank Vogel had some strong words when he found out about the matchup despite the regular season domination.
We have the utmost respect for this basketball team. They have not played their best against us, but we've seen them kick everybody's butt throughout the course of this season. It's gonna be a dogfight.
I was pretty prophetic. Vogel knew what he was walking into, that's for sure. Kevin Durant, I don't think when Durant started the season with Bradley Beal and Devin Booker, he's like, you know what? We'll be the 6th seed. We'll just avoid the play-in tournament. Hasn't gone according to plan. Karl Anthony Towns back, finding the Ant-Man, who is just incredible. Suns are going to have it coming the other way. Durant goes for the floater. Edwards there on the foul. So he's got 3 fouls in the first half, goes to the bench, and that would obviously, you would think, change the complexion of the game. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is in for Edwards, and he is no sub. Maybe in the literal definition, but he popped up huge in the absence of Ant-Man. They just got contributions everywhere. Ain't done. Ant-Man ain't done. And now just kind of jawing with Durant, who's always been sort of laconic and will kind of give you the smile if you know you're getting the best of them. They're up 15. Knocks the 3 down over KD. And now talking a little bit to him. Gotta love the youthful exuberance. And once again, all KD can do is smile. Man, you got me. He had a lot of those with LeBron in the finals. We know it. Kevin Garnett, who was the legend of that Wolves team, the best Wolves team ever 20 years ago, saying this guy's an MVP candidate. Listen to one of his teammates.
And came to play, boy. And came to play.
Mike Conley's seen a lot of games being played, so he has seen some talented dudes. Edwards again. The Wolves, look at that. Yeah, letting it fly. They have never been to the NBA Finals. This is their 35th year of existence. They've never had a player like this and was asked this.
And this is what you guys have been working for all season long. You just won this first playoff game in front of your home crowd. What does it feel like?
Believe that. It was special, man. But it's only one game. It's just one game, man. We got 3 more games to win, so we need y'all to be here and support and keep coming out.
We got to chatting a little bit after one of those threes with you. You've been in that before, where back and forth. How much of that is just playoff basketball?
Yeah, just basketball. Not even play, it's just hoop. You get hot, you make shots, make tough shots. you know, you're going to feel excited about yourself. So it's on me to keep coming back and showing them a tough look, or whoever's defending these guys, to show them a tough look. If they make shots over us, we move back to the next play. You know, he got it going. He made some tough ones. You got to live with it and be better next game.
I think everybody here knows that's my favorite player of all time, so that was probably one of the best feelings ever in my whole life, for sure.
It's a pretty young life, as Nicole will talk about here in just a second. Unlike Philly, they're going to have to stew an extra day. Will Phoenix, Game 2 will be on Tuesday. Most consecutive 35-5 games at home. Look at the one guy above him, Michael Jordan. Pretty darn good company.
Not bad. Kendrick Perkins is back with us. Look, he's 22. Anthony Edwards is 22, and he's become must-watch in the NBA. As you watch them now in the playoffs and you watch him lead this team, what are you seeing from Anthony Edwards?
I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing the 89 version of Michael Jordan, a guy who's getting it done on both ends of the floor. We saw him today offensively, and he talked about this before this series. He said, I'm going against Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, two guys people consider as the best shooting guards in the league. I want to prove to them that I'm the best shooting guard in the league. And we saw tonight, being able to get separation, being able to get into his bag, getting his shot off, and going at Kevin Durant, his favorite player of all time. But he does it on both ends of the floor. The Minnesota Timberwolves, led by Anthony Edwards, they don't hope you miss, they make you miss. And when you have a young leader like that, everyone is going to follow. Look at him, losing himself in the team, contesting shots. Do people realize how hard that is to get buckets on one end and put that much energy on the defensive side of things? We have never seen a young man like him when it comes down to leadership and playing both ends of the floor like we seeing right now in Anthony Edwards.
He's just really fun to watch. Also fun to watch, and I will take 6 more just like we got tonight. I will take 6 more of those Knicks-Sixers games, just back and forth all game long. Let's start with the Knicks. What is your biggest takeaway from their win?
Well, Big Body Brunson, the player I believe that has been the best player in the Eastern Conference. He had his worst game of the year, in my opinion, and he had 22 points. The timely buckets, right? The playmaking. But the shots that he made down the stretch were powerful. They were impactful. He's not going to play this bad no more in the series, I don't believe. But it's the others for me, right? A lot of people were wondering, why did the Knicks get the number 2 seed? Because you have players like Josh Hart, who is one of the best rebounding guards in the league. You have Mitchell Robinson, who's a big athletic body that can maintain and anchor your defense. You have a kid like McBride, who came in off the bench and had a 21-piece all flats. And when you have this type of chemistry, this type of culture that Tom Thibodeau, Leon Rose, Worldwide West have established down there in New York, now the world could see what winning looks like from the ground up.